Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristen. I am a stay-at-home homeschool mom of one girl. Today's video is going to be a little bit different, so stick with me and I will let you know all about it. Alright, so this video is actually a collaboration with Abby over at Rooted in Rest and with Jessica from the Waldock Way. I will leave both of the links to their YouTube channels in the description below. This is actually an open collaboration to bring you guys some new YouTube channels, maybe that you have never seen before, and to give you a general place you can go to find a plethora of information. So I will leave the playlist link down below. If you click on that link, it will give you a list of all of the videos that are included in this collaboration. So make sure you check those out. Today's video is very simply Meet the Teacher. So, welcome. I'm the teacher. And so Jessica and Abby have actually put out a list of questions. I have briefly read over the questions, but I didn't plan any answers for the questions. So we're just gonna go on a whim here and see what we've got. Okay, so naturally, the first question is just introduce yourself. So hi, my name is Kristen. I am a homeschooling mom of one girl, as you guys know. She just turned 5, so we're still fairly new with homeschooling. I am married to my high school sweetheart. We currently live in Florida, kind of like Jessica. They live out in the middle of the woods of Florida. We're kind of the same thing. What else? I was not homeschooled. Neither was my husband. We definitely came from public education, so we are 100% first generation homeschoolers. Yeah, I think that's probably it without, I don't want to give too much because I don't know what the questions are. So, okay, next is how many years have you homeschooled? Okay, so we are going into our, I guess technically it's our 2nd year of homeschooling. So, do you have a homeschool style? No. I mean, we definitely love, so far, we love unit studies, which is why we gravitate more towards Gather Round. We love Gather Round. So I guess maybe that's our main style. But we're kind of eclectic too, because I use a variety of things. So yeah, I don't know. I don't like the idea of being just stuck in just one box per se. So I guess kind of eclectic. What is your favorite subject to teach? Oh man, probably, I don't know. What's my favorite subject to teach? Probably science. I would say science. Followed closely by history, because I feel like a lot of them go hand in hand, or a lot of history and a lot of science kind of go hand in hand. And so probably that. My favorite subject when I was in school was like language arts, creative writing, that kind of thing. And we just haven't quite gotten there yet. So I could see that potentially being a favorite subject, but right now, mostly science and history. If you could only choose 3 homeschool tools, what would they be? Books. For sure. We love books. I love books. My daughter loves books, just all the books. I feel like if you have a good, solid library, you can homeschool. without a specific curriculum. I feel like for us, that's the biggest thing, is just books, and we just read and look at pictures, and books for sure is one of those. Two other ones. Oh, this is where it gets hard, because it's like, well, but then there's so many other ones that you really... 3 tools, if you could only choose 3. Books, Bible, gotta have Bible for sure. Maybe manipulatives. I don't really know if that counts as a single tool, because that's kind of a lot of tools. But yeah, we use manipulatives for a lot of different things. And I think at my daughter's age, it really kind of helps solidify things for her, and also gives her something to do while we're reading all of those great books that we love. So yeah, books, Bible, manipulatives. Okay, that's pretty good. Those are okay. I can go with that. What inspires you as a teacher? What inspires me? My family, my child, her future. God inspires me. I feel like I have been placed in this moment at this time for a purpose. I know that, and that's inspiring to me, to know that God is working through me for his glory and for his purpose. Inspires me. It's what motivates me a lot of days, because a lot of days I can feel very defeated and very worn out, only having one child, and being the main source of all of the things. Like, I have to do the playing and the cooking and the cleaning and the picking up and the coloring and the, like, there's no sibling to, like, you guys go play happily, like, for 5 minutes, because siblings fight and argue too. I get, I grew up with brothers, so I get it. But yeah, it can be very stressful only having one child. And we're still trying to navigate all of this. We're still trying to figure out a good rhythm and a flow that works for us, that gives her quiet time away from me and quiet time for me away from her. To just kind of get that break. But nonetheless, that's what inspires me, that I am doing God's will for my life in this season, and that he's using me. And even on the days where it feels very small and it feels kind of not important, I have to remind myself that there is nothing more important than me doing what God has called me to do at this moment. And yeah, so that's my inspiration. Are you an early bird or a night owl? Both and neither. I tend to be more of an early bird, because my husband gets up so early for work, and I kind of pick on him sometimes. I tell him that he's kind of like a bull in a china shop in the morning, and there's no going back to sleep once he has gotten up and gotten dressed and brushed his teeth and, made the lunch and done all the things. It is like, after 30 minutes of hearing you stomp around, I'm not going to go back to bed. So, yeah, I mean, naturally, I'm more of an early bird anyway. I have never been a person that could just sleep until noon or any of that stuff. So yeah, probably an early bird. But I am finding that if I sleep in the morning, if I don't get up when my husband gets up, then I take that time at night. And so I'll stay up later at night. And then I'm like grumpy the next day and I regret it and say I'm not going to do it again, but what is your favorite teacher treat? Coffee, tea, candy, chocolate. My favorite teacher treat. Definitely have to have coffee in the morning. Drink lots of water. I don't really have like a sweets or anything that I eat every day. What's something I snack on? oh, what's that popcorn? Boom Chicka Pop? I think that's what it is. It's like the really cool, like colored bags. It's like pink and purple, and I'm pretty sure it's Boom Chicka Pop. Those, love that. The purple one is like the sweet and salty kettle corn. That's my jam. Yeah, probably that. Yeah, and Safe and Fair popcorn. I guess popcorn. That seems to be the recurring theme here. I don't eat it much, but those are some of my favorites. Do you prep and plan or go with the flow? I lean a little bit more towards a go with the flow, but I do have a general outline of things. Again, we're still trying to kind of figure all of this out. I will likely, I'm thinking that I'll have a better idea of what we can realistically plan on for next year. But for those of you that don't watch my channel, we just completed the Ready to Read program with Gather Round. And so my daughter we're just getting like fluent in reading. We're working on, we're starting spelling, all of that kind of stuff. And so we're doing the transition from that into like their main units. And so I don't really know what our year is going to look like this year. So we kind of just have to go with the flow because I don't know what to expect at this point. But we do kind of have an idea, like our first unit is going to be creepy crawlies, and I've got some things planned for that. I've got like some extra fun things. But I don't really know what that's going to look like. I do, also I reverse record keep. So once the day is complete, or once our school day is complete, I write it all down in my planner. I do not plan ahead. So there's that. All right, so last one is, what is something you really enjoy outside of being a homeschool parent? So I actually have found that I really like to bake. For some reason, for most of my life, I've been under this impression that I can't bake very well. I don't know if I just had like I don't know, cookies that got burnt one time when I was 12 or something, and so I thought I couldn't bake, or I don't really know, but I just always had this impression that I couldn't really bake anything. And turns out that I can a little bit, and I enjoy learning. So that's been a new thing. So my husband and I, our daughter goes with us sometimes too. She's got her own little go-kart, but we have a side-by-side, we call it a side-by-side, or UTV. Some people call them UTVs. Anyways, we have one of those, so we enjoy going and riding. Sometimes we just go ride in the hunt club. Sometimes we'll take it to other ATV, UTV parks, things like that. So that's been a little bit of a hobby. Yeah, that's probably it. All right, well, that's it for this video. Make sure, again, you check out the playlist below. There are some really, really good accounts and channels in that playlist, so make sure you guys go check them out. We will be continuing this every month, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. There will be different themes and different things that we talk about, so keep an eye out for Homeschool Show and Tell. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.